Hey everyone, Richard here. So I have another comic haul. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to post this yet, so just for I guess a disclaimer, these books are from early February up until the end of March. So some of this stuff is pre-quarantine stuff, and some of it I picked up while in quarantine, or self-quarantine, self-isolation, whatever you want to call it. Um, yeah, let's sort of just get into it because I got a lot of good stuff in here. So first book, shout out to Jiggs Kingdom. I stumbled upon his channel when he was doing a live show. The very first time I got in there, he was doing a giveaway, and he threw me in the giveaway, and I won this Walmart multi pack from him. So I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. So big shout out to you, Jigs. Um, nice little Walmart pack just for dropping in and showing some love during a live show. So there's that. All right, so this next stack of books I picked up from a local seller. They put up a post on Craigslist, and it was just a big stack of books for 20 bucks. I could see one book in the stack, and that was enough reason for me to jump on it. This is about half of them. I'm not going to show all of them because some of them are just nothing. These are sort of the highlights as far as I'm concerned. Some cool stuff, but yeah. So first one is this Doom Patrol #1. Um, Purely a book for me to read. I don't think it has any big value or anything, but still cool to get that. DC Special, Doom Patrol and Suicide Squad #1. It's a pretty cool wraparound cover. I haven't bagged and boarded most of these yet. There's a little bit of Silver Surfer in it. 4, 5, 6, 84, and then 115. So just a nice little stack of surfers. I thought this was cool, purely because it's a newsstand. Wolverine and Gambit Victims #1. Just a classic 90s-esque cover, but it's a newsstand, and I thought that was cool because it's actually a really, really high grade. Again, I don't think there's any real significance to it, but just a cool book. Figured I'd show it. This one's cool. Mars Attack 1/2, or the Wizard 1/2 Norm cover. I think this one actually commands like 10 bucks or so, but it's just a really, really nice piece of art. I'm actually kind of tempted to crack this one open and see what it looks like on the inside. What If #31, what if Spider-Man had kept his cosmic powers? Cool Venom cover. Sorry there, had to cut for a second. It was acting funny. Technology is fickle. Spectacular Spider-Man #144. Spider-Man 2099, issue #25. It's like an embossed cover, embossed and foil. Yeah, just thought that was cool. Spectacular Spider-Man 182. Spider-Man #51, just a foil cover. Superman #1, I believe this is the John Byrne run. I think it's the first appearance of a new Metallo or something like that. Just a cool book. Wonder Woman #18. I want to say this is the first new Cheetah or something of that sort, but either way, great George Perez work. Spider-Man Maximum Clonage Alpha. Has like an acetate cover. Kind of cool. Spider-Man Adventures #1. It's a kind of cool one to see in there. Lethal Protector #1. Supergirl #1. Superman Blackout #62. A lot of people show the Justice League Europe book as the first sort of Sonic preview in comics. But this came out the exact same time and it also has that preview for Sonic in it. So kind of cool. Very early Sonic Hedgehog, and it's a newsstand, so that's kind of cool. Remember when I first got into YouTube, like 4 years ago, this was a book that people like to show as a first appearance. It is a first appearance, but it's really not one that matters all that much as far as I'm concerned. But still, it's cool to see it in there. Amazing Spider-Man Annual, number 22. First appearance of Speedball. Maybe I'll flip through it and see if it's actually a good read or not. I just remember it was the craze when I was first getting into doing hauls. Probably the greatest Spider-Man story there is. Amazing Spider-Man number 294. An issue from Kraven's Last Hunt. My personal favorite Spider-Man story. Detective Comics 583. I know this is first appearance, and it escapes me what it is at this present moment, but this was in there also. This by itself probably paid for the lot. This isn't what I saw. The book I saw that made me pull the trigger on this $20 lot is this right here. Amazing Spider-Man number 299. First cameo of Eddie Brock, Venom, newsstand. It's not in super high grade, it's actually kind of a lower grade, but for all those books for 20 bucks, and the guy brought them to me, I didn't even go get them. He delivered. Very happy with that. This next lot of books I got from Comics Altruism. He was doing one of his auctions. His auctions are all charity based, so I never really have a problem dropping a little bit of money in them. And I got a good stack of books from him. He actually sent me a few extras, but I don't have them on hand. Thank you for the extras, by the way. I think I already thanked you on Instagram, but some frame covers for my collection. Incredible Hulk 150. This one's actually in really, really nice shape. 151. This one's not in nice shape, but it's a good placeholder for the time being. 152. This one was a double, but that's fine. I can pass it along at some point. 153. And 154. This one's also a double that I'll either trade or sell or something down the line, but still. And then I got a little bid happy, and I got this issue. Very happy with it. It's in nice shape. It needs a press, but it's a newsstand. Thor 337. I have a direct edition copy that Master X sent me, and now I have a newsstand also, so very happy about that. So thank you again, Comics Altruism. These next two books came from Z Collects. I'll leave a link to his channel as well. There'll also be a link to Comics Altruism's channel in the description. He was doing his sort of late night, midnight market sales. I actually got this book second from him. I only paid $1 for it. Coffin Bound, number 1. Picked this up purely because the cover intrigued me and I kind of want to read it. So, nice little reader book for me. But this is the one I was very happy to get. Gave an excellent deal on this book. It has its issues, but I only paid $10 plus shipping. Wonder Woman 204, first appearance in Nubia. Like I said, it has its issues, but for that price, there's no way I was not going to pick this book up from him. Pay attention to those midnight markets, because sometimes he just throws out some really good deals, and this was one of them. Yeah. I picked up this semi-recently, still pre-quarantine life, but a great Golden Age book. Jungle Comics number 122 from 1950. That's Ann Mason right there, so it's just a really great Ann Mason cover. And in pretty decent shape. The back has a little bit of a small tear in it, but other than that, it's still sort of a mid to low grade copy, probably 4.5, 5 range. But for Golden Age, not bad. This I got on an online auction site. This was not eBay. This is a different auction site that I'm not going to mention the name of because there's periodically pretty good deals on it. But I paid $120 for this. It's sort of a mid-grade. I think it's probably worth double that. But Amazing Spider-Man 300, first appearance of Venom. So yeah, $120 into this. I think it's probably worth double that. in this condition. Very happy to pick this up. Yeah, so there's that. Two more books, but they're big ones. I 100% blame Tito, Kingdom Comics, for this one. He sent me a link to this guy showing a bunch of his books that were for sale, and I guess Tito didn't think I would move on any of that. I don't know why he would not think that, because the deals were good. I asked the guy about several books, but this one jumped out at me. Unfortunately, he was selling a lot of his books because he's out of work due to the world events. But paid $180 ship for this. Amazing Spider-Man number 9. Presents really, really nice. There's some tears on the inside pages. That's why it was as cheap as it was. So it's probably about a 2.0, maybe a 2.5 if I'm lucky. But still, first appearance of Electro. Very happy about that. And the last book, I actually got this at the on the end, the tail end of February, actually February 29th, Leap Day. I was not looking for this book, it just sort of fell into my lap. I went into a shop and this was in their comic section, and it was $450, which sounds like a lot until you see what book it is. Daredevil, number 1, first appearance of Daredevil, Foggy Nelson, Karen Page. Yeah. Very happy to add this to my collection, and especially at that price. I've already cleaned it. I'm debating whether or not to press it, because I'm not sure how strong that spine really is. I'm not sure a press would help it all that much. I've asked a few people. They kind of agree with me, but I don't know. Might just keep it as is. I'm not submitting anything right now with the way things are going anyway. I think it's probably about a 2, 2.5, maybe a 3 on a good day. It's got a little tear right here. But first appearance of Daredevil. Book I wanted, but nothing I was actively looking for by any means. Until I found it, and that's kind of how hunting works. Sometimes you just find books, and that's when you gotta get them. So, very happy to add this to my collection. And that's my haul. So I hope you're all well. I hope you're not going crazy, being cooped up in your homes. And those of you who are still working, all the credit in the world to you. I'm not working right now, which is why I'm spending so much time with my comics. Yeah, so that's everything. I hope you're all well, and take care.